Okay, so today I am super duper excited because I'm going to be reviewing the 2025 Audi E-Tron GT-RS. And for those who don't know what this is the top tier performance Audi. And I'm not talking about just performance sedans because this is one of the fastest electric sedans in the world, but this isn't just any car. This is the fastest Audi in the world. And this is insanely fast, insanely full of carbon, and insanely heavy. And so, I'm super excited to get into this review. Come with me to check this car out. And so, first thing, let's talk specs. This car is powered by two electric motors that are actually magnetic that help this car create 912 horsepower and 757 pound-feet of torque. So this thing is just bonkers. Like literally, this thing is mind-blowingly fast. And that goes through all four wheels that helps this car rocket to a 0 to 60 in only 2.4 seconds and onto a top speed of an electronically limited 155 miles an hour. And so compare that to something like an Audi R8, which could hit about 201 miles per hour, but it has a 0 to 60 of about 2.9 seconds. So this thing has 5 seats, has loads of carbon, and is just quicker than pretty much anything Audi has ever offered. And yeah, and actually, that only starts at $167,000. And the reason why I'm saying only is because that thing is pretty much as fast as some really fast cars like Chevy Corvette ZR1 and some crazy cars like that. And those things start at like $250,000. And yeah. So also, now that I told you that, this car also could drive for 248 miles range on a single charge. And yes, that is not the greatest to tell the truth, but it actually isn't that horrible because this is a full-on performance EV, especially since it's a sedan. And yeah, so this is going to be super cool. There's some really neat things with the suspension, interior, exterior, and let's go into a whirlwind of adventure and check this car out. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look at this design. So now let's take a closer look at this super cool car. And one thing I wanted to tell y'all is that the reason why I actually started the video at the back is because the front is really close to here and there wouldn't be enough space. And they wouldn't be able to move back because they wouldn't want to scratch this probably 190 grand car with this spec and everything. And so first, actually, let's start off at the front. And first thing, you got your nice E-Tron lights. Check that out. You got this nice little blue trim, so you know it's an EV. Laser light, do not stare. Check that out. So you got those LEDs, which look super duper cool. And you got your nighttime running lights, your deflectors there. And this is just the starting of a whole bunch of carbon fiber. And this isn't just any carbon, this is forged carbon. So you got all that beautiful forged carbon, super lightweight here. It looks really cool. Then you got this nice honeycomb type of design here. And then you come to the front, at least the more center of the front. And to tell the truth, this is probably the only part that I'm not a huge fan of about this car. Because, I don't know, I'm just don't really like this like pieces right here. It's like blocking piece, and you got a sensor hidden behind there. I actually like how Audi integrated that, so it's nice and smooth. You got your Audi logo there. It actually reminds me of the Olympics logo, interestingly enough. And you got your self-driving helping cameras and your little reversing and forward driving cameras. Some massive air intakes there, and you can see the radiators deep in there. And that actually goes into there as well. Then also you got a little lip spoiler here. And actually, for those who don't know, this is actually pretty much the Porsche Taycan Turbo S, or Porsche Taycan Turbo, but with an Audi badge. And at least I feel like they're more separated now. They have less of the same components. The second gen Audi E-Tron GT and the second gen Porsche Taycan. but still they're really closely related. So this is pretty much a Porsche Taycan Turbo. And yeah, you have really nice color. I like it a lot. This hood is kind of like indented in for better aerodynamics, which is really nice. I actually like the way the light shines off of it. They all like meet in the same area. Pretty cool. And then you come to this side and you got these nice Audi rims. They actually say RS right there, just in case you forgot from all the carbon. And you have a cool little design on there. You got some Pirellis. These look like, yup, P0s. They usually have them on like high performance sports cars. And you got these nice like titanium rims with your Audi logo in center. And these brakes are just like bonkers huge. The size of two of my hands. Carbon ceramics that are literally a foot long. Those are massive brakes. Like, that is just bonkers for, like, I bet 10 years ago you never would have thought you'd see a performance sedan with those type of brakes. Yeah, you got a nice overall shape of the hood. Your charging flash, you actually just, wait, I believe you press that, and then it pops open, which is pretty nice. You just have to kind of push it in. But yeah, so also you got some functional air vents here, which are pretty nice, and you can actually see they're functional, because if you look, I can put my hand in there and you can see them from this side as well. If you look right here also, you got some more functional air vents that actually come from right here, I am gonna say, which is pretty nice. And yeah, so you got those nice air vents right there. You got these massive carbon carbon mirrors, which are closed, and they're actually pretty good sized with a lot of forged carbon. Like on this car, there's so much forged carbon. I mean, I've never seen so much on one car. But yeah, so you got a nice little window. The overall shape is really nice and low profile, just like the Taycan. And I'm actually a huge fan of it. It looks like an elongated sports car. But yeah, so you got some more like little side skirts, some nice forged carbon trim down there. I don't really want it down there though, because I don't want like mud and whatever to get on it. But yeah, you got your nice exposed door handles. And then also, if you come to this back, you got a nice, it almost like just melts into the body, this side haunch, which looks really nice. And surprisingly, this car is actually surprisingly wide the way they designed it. And the back is probably my favorite part about this car, and the most aggressive. So, first thing, you got a little wing like on the Taycan. You got a nice strip light, which has like this arrow almost type of design that gets smaller and smaller. Really, really cool. I like it a lot. And then you got this more dark color down here, and your backup lights right there. You got your RS logo right here, and then your E-Tron GT logo right there. And then you see the rear diffuser. And for car enthusiasts, there's no there's instant recognition with what this car is, because you got this massive carbon rear diffuser here. You got like air flows out of there, interestingly enough. That's the most interesting rear diffuser I've seen. And a complete flat underbody right here with more carbon and a center brake light. So it looks a lot like the style of an F1 car or something like that. Really, really cool shot. And yeah, you got a smooth also matte black roof. Or actually, wait, this isn't forged carbon, but this is matte carbon. So this thing is just gunning for being, I feel like, the lightest electric sedan ever, because there's a lot of carbon on this thing. And yeah, you got your little piece right here, which is actually so that you're not actually allowed in the car industry to make the wheel like push out of the haunch, and so they actually put this so that they could kind of make it more out to make it look more aggressive from the side, but without messing with those rules. So they found a way to get around it. And yeah, you got these little pieces here. And overall, the shape of this, it is super nice. I like it a lot. You got your nice black, also Audi lettering here, and then you pop that open. It's actually super quiet, electric, and you got like 250 liters of storage back here. Some covers on here. The lip is kind of high. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of that, but if this lip wasn't here, then this would just be smooth, so that would be fine. And you got your EV charging cables, some little storage things, so if you're putting water balls back here. You got 12-volt charging plug right there. On so many EVs, I don't know why you have the storage. Maybe, to tell the truth, I'm not sure. All EVs have this like interesting storage area right here. This nice tiny storage area. Maybe you could fit a wrench in there or something. But yeah, so you got that interesting side storage. This trunk is actually really low. You got, I believe this is emergency pull handles here. You got 2 little lights in there, and you see the back of the seats. And overall, it's actually a not bad sized trunk, especially for a performance car like this. You could close it with that button, and it's smoothly operated with this thing right here, these connectors, and yeah. To tell the truth, that is literally the quietest trunk I've ever heard. And so, yeah. So, all these nice blend of like sharp corners and smooth edges. It looks super nice. I think we checked out all of the exterior. Let's hop inside. And before we do that, I want to show you one more thing. You got Audi RS E-Tron GT lettering there as well, just in case you didn't know. And then, actually good sized doors. And let me actually show you all this one more time. Ow. So I opened the door, and just like on a Porsche Taycan, the suspension actually lifts up. But then I close it, and the suspension actually lowers back down, so it's more aerodynamic and holds itself to the ground better. So it pops up. It actually kind of makes it hard to step in. Well, not for me, but most likely for elderly people, it would be more hard. So we hop in here, close this door, and so now we're in the 2025 Audi E-Tron GT. And first thing you notice is almost infinite amount of carbon. So you got all your nice carbon fiber spreading all around the cabin of this car. I almost said carbon of this car. You got a nice little square style door handles, which are actually really nice, and it seems like the doors electronically open almost. You got your unlock and lock buttons there. Some little storage. Well, actually that's not storage, but it's like a door handle. And then this is the storage under here. You could fit maybe like a book or two, and then like 2 waters maybe. So it's not horrible storage. You got some, let's see, what are those called? Bang & Olufsen speakers. Okay, yeah, I couldn't really tell what they were called. You got your nice little window switches there. You could roll the window up or down, and they work pretty nice and quiet. Also, you could have your little air conditioning here, which is simple and nice. And also, you're greeted by a little E-Tron GT lettering here, which is also really nice. I like it a lot. And the roof is all made of carbon. Well, not carbon, but the roof is carbon and the interior is Alcantara, so really, really sporty materials all the way down the A-pillar. This is all Alcantara. You have your airbags there. And if you pop this open, then you got a relatively good amount of storage space in here with a little light there as well, which is pretty nice. And yeah, so also you got speakers right there and little air conditioning. It's blowing a little bit right here, and some, it's kind of hard to open, but you got your little mirror right here. It's actually just like in a Bentley Continental GT. So the light's right there instead of down here. So you pop that closed, you pop that up, and yeah. And Also, you have a pretty good amount of view out of this window, even though surprisingly low, like probably as low as a Porsche 911 Turbo S. You got also your touchscreen, which I'll show in a little bit, and is actually pretty cool. And so let's talk about some other things before we check out that touchscreen. And so let's also talk about these seats, because I feel like this is another highlight of this car, besides the carbon, because these things are actually super comfortable, surprisingly. Got some nice plush materials here. These are a little less plush, but still they're nice and comfortable. You got RS lettering there, but seems kind of cheap. You got your nice leather headrests here, and they actually hold you in place pretty well, surprisingly, almost like sport bucket seats. And then you get the seat belt, and let's test these out. Seem to have some stuff on them. But yeah, so they're nice and quiet and pretty smooth. I actually like these seat belts a lot, and they feel like they'll hold you in place well as well. And yeah, so you also got some storage here. It's actually really cool the way this opens. It pops up. You have to kind of pop the front down, and you got a little amount of storage space. To tell the truth, it's not great, but you could fit a little iPhone right there, or just a moderate sized one right here. You got some plugs right there. You got two USB-C charging cables right there, well, charging ports. You got this button right here, which I guess doesn't mess with the touchscreen, but it shows like an eye in a reading book. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but yeah. Also, you have nice little cup holders here. You can control like the volume and everything like that from this tiny little button right here. And the key also is pretty neat. Check this out. And it feels heavy, like it's made of real metal. You got RS lettering right here, panic button right there, and also you got your lock and unlock, and you press it twice if you want to automatically open the trunk. Then you just got an Audi logo that doesn't do anything. Yeah, so this nice little key there. You got your start-stop button for the engine, well, electric motors. And then your reverse, neutral, drive, park. You got all those buttons, drive, select, so you could go into sport and sport plus modes and stuff like that. You also got seat cooling and heating, which is pretty nice. Shows you what the temperature is and everything like that. And so now let's check out this touchscreen. And I've never reviewed Audi before, so we'll see how good it is. So actually, let's go to the front. You got a nice little background. It looks like mountains. And you have recent searches right here. You have My Audi User, Google Talkback. So it's just like whatever, Alexa pretty much. Smartphone interface. You could configure your Audi Connect. Turn on Alexa. And if you scroll right here, you have a little map. And you could look around it. To tell the truth, it isn't too responsive. Like, that's just my true observation. The screen seems a little outdated, to tell the truth, but it's not terrible. It's actually pretty simple to like explore. Radio, you got your media, phone, your vehicle. You got your Audi Drive Select, so you could choose what kind of suspension you're in, your driver assistance, your favorites, your charging. And I don't know why it shows like an Audi RS6 or something like that right there. Oh no, Audi S3. Interestingly enough, you got your store. You got your different themes. I wonder what that is. So, loading information. So you got your Audi season. Oh, okay. So this is like, I guess it's just your background. They call it themes. Interestingly enough, your legal notes. Don't know what that's for. You got your weather, your roadside assistance, and everything takes a little while to load. So, yeah, to tell the truth, Audi, if you guys are watching this, update, like everything about this car is really neat and high tech, but The touchscreen is the only thing that I feel like is a little laggy and not that quick for such an expensive car. Yeah, you got your data management, your telephone, everything like that. Connect your phone up to it. You got all that, and that's one thing I actually like. It's outdated, but it's super easy interface to use. You could scroll down, well up, and you have all your updated maps. And then if you go right here, no, you can't scroll down. But yeah, so it's a really simple setup. It's outdated, but it is actually pretty nice, to tell the truth. You got just like black trim here. You got your nice little air conditioner there, and then speaker there. Actually, instead of having a rev limiter, you have this screen that shows your boost and PSI and stuff like that, your charge. So why is it showing you boost? Oh yeah, because they have Porsches and Audis. They have something called Porsche calls it overboost power, and Audi just calls it boost. It's pretty much just it sends like 100 pound-feet of torque extra and 100 horsepower extra, or maybe 200 to help the car go extra quick for like 10 seconds. You got RS buttons there, your boost buttons. You got all these buttons here to control your heating, your cooling. You have actually heated steering wheel, which is nice. RS lettering down there. And to tell the truth, I actually kind of like the steering wheel. It's kind of big, but other than that, it's actually pretty nice to use. It's like square on top and bottom, so it kind of looks like racy. I actually like it a lot. It looks like paddle shifters down here. Check that out. Plus and minus. That makes no sense. Anyone who's watching this video, please tell me, what is that paddle shifter doing there on an electric car? That makes 0 sense. Yeah. Also, if you look here, you got your miles of range left, 117. You got your kilowatts, your hours, and everything like that. How fast you went before, and everything like that. And it shows you your time, and yeah. So, also, you got a mirrorless, sideless mirror, and it shows you which direction you're pointing, which is nice. You also got your lights buttons here, your passenger airbag buttons there, and then you got this nice little handle, and you've actually pulled this down. But so I just found out. Check this out. This mirror doesn't have lights on each side, but actually on the top, like a Bentley Continental GT, which is pretty interesting. You could attach like whatever money or maybe papers and documents to there. Close that up. It's actually nice and lightweight. You grab actually there. I was grabbing in the wrong area. And yeah. So I think we checked out all of these seats. Now let's hop in the back. So the car lifts up. I don't know, it's such a strange feeling because I'm not used to a car lifting up when I get out of it. But you hop out of here and you got nice glowing RS lettering there. Nice, more forged carbon. Dang, there is a lot of forged carbon in this car. And you pop that door closed, and you see how high this thing lifts up? So it's going to stay high until we hop into the back. Look how tiny these doors are, just like Porsche Taycan. So you're going to actually hop in here, and you have to kind of close it. There's not, let's see, what is it called? Soft close. But yeah, and then you get in here, and it actually isn't horrible amount of space. So let's put this a little more back. But the seats are more comfortable than the normal one. And this is literally, back here, it just looks like straight up Taycan seats, to tell the truth. These front seats, the back seats, they look just like Taycan. So you got a nice comfy little headrest there. Another one right there. You pop that down, and you got two nice little cup holders to rest your arm on as well. And yeah, so I think I got a relatively good amount of space back here. I could rest my arm right there or right there, so it's pretty nice. Feels pretty luxurious back here, but the only thing is I could have wished for maybe a little more feet room, because knee room, to tell the truth, is great. I like how they kind of cut this in like Mercedes to accommodate for more leg room for like adults and just bigger people. So that's a really nice thing. You got your window switches all the way down here. And you got electric windows, which are pretty nice. Nice little door handles. Some Alcantara. And you can see like your carbon trim down there. And some storage over here, which actually kind of goes kind of deep into there. So you could probably fit like some candy bars in a water bottle. Also, you got some more Bang & Olufsen speakers there. And the back seats, they don't hold you in place as well as the front seats, but I actually still think they're pretty good, because they're kind of have these like pieces coming out that hold you in place, which is pretty nice. But another thing with the Taycan in this that I could only complain about, I feel like there's a limited amount of stuff that is bad about this car, because it's a really great car, but this rear window for aerodynamics, it's great. But just for everyday driving, it isn't easy to see out of this rear. Cause just look at that. Like, it's actually pretty hard because the window's so tilted. You got some top tethers there. And there's actually like the roof's lower here, and there's actually this indent up here to make the roof higher for adults, which is actually pretty nice. So you could still maintain the car being super low, but make it feel higher than it actually is. So yeah, you actually got good sized windows as well. I like them a lot. You got little reading lights in there, which are actually pretty powerful, and a nice little handle. And yeah, so also you got your suit hooks right there, and then actually more speakers. It's almost like hidden in with the Alcantara here, and a tiny little seat right there. Shows you where to connect the seat to. And yeah, so let's check out this middle seat and near the end of our review. So you don't have the greatest amount of space. So performance-wise and everything, this is great, but just practicality, it isn't the greatest. So I have to kind of put my feet like this, and I have to, in order to fit them here, kind of squish them together. But yeah, right here, it's perfectly fine. The middle seat isn't horrible. It's actually not too bad, just like everyday cars. So it's actually pretty nice. You have a great amount of just adjustability here. So, or actually, it seemed like you could adjust them, but you can't. These ones I know you can, but I guess this one isn't adjustable. You get all the AC though in the middle, which is pretty nice. You control them open or closed here, and then control them how high or low they are. And then you actually have heated seats for the back seats, which is a nice premium feature. And yeah, so let's hop out and near the end of our video. So you got some more suit hooks there. And tell me if any of y'all who are watching this video own one of these cars or a Taycan. Tell me, how is it having this type of suspension? Because the only thing is, I feel like I'd be kind of scared to have this type of suspension, just because like it goes up so many times. I wonder if it'd maybe break or something like that, or maybe weaken the suspension. But yeah, so I hope you'll like this video. Remember to like and subscribe to Xaaron Reviews, and see y'all next time. And comment down below what you'll think of this car. And also, one last and, check out my X account. So see y'all next time. Remember to like and subscribe.